Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lifestyle of Watches. Today we are reviewing a collection from a dear friend of mine's. This watch collection is mostly based on Rolexes. As you can see in the bottom right corner we have one Cartier. I think this is a beautiful collection with a good variety of watches. Okay, let's begin. So in my hand we have a 1993 Rolex 16610 Rolex Submariner. Okay, what can I say? The most iconic Rolex on earth. I class this. This is what I class as a tool watch, practical, dressy, but you can still class it as not overly too shouty like this two-tone Daytona. Okay, let's give you a few facts on this watch. So this watch was given to my friend, a dear friend of mine. This watch was a gift, a watch of honor, a respect given kind of gift to him as one of his business partners he worked with for many years. Decided to retire and leave the business. I should tell you what the business was really. The business was they worked in finding antiques and lost treasures. A very, very big company, and they've got museums all over the place. There's quite a few in Cyprus, a few in London, all that, but they find all of these rare antiques of ancient Egypt and all that. Anyway, one of his business partners gave him this watch as a respectable honor and a thank you, a gesture of kindness. Okay, so this Rolex in 1993, normally, as you can see, the bracelet is highly polished in the middle. Now, we all know Rolex never did the high polish until, I believe, the early 2000s. So this is not original, okay? He's already told me that it's not original, but even without me even knowing, I was asking him, I know. This bracelet, he wore the watch for about 10 years. I believe what happened here, the top link here, something happened to it. Anyway, the whole bracelet fell apart over years, and he decided to replace the bracelet. The bracelet's just been replaced the last year and a half now, so it's fairly new, this one. The Rolex, this has some proper character, this watch has. The bezel does not move on this one, okay? There is something wrong with it. I believe that it needs some good lubrication, and then it will be all perfect, but it ain't moving. That ain't moving. You can also see the crown hasn't been screwed in. That is because there's a little rubber that goes into the watch case, which gives it, you can see it there actually, I believe you can see it. It's a little black, there we go, you can see it there, and that basically gives it the waterproof tight lock. Anyway, what I believe's happened is it slipped off and it's gone onto one of the rails of the crown, and it won't push in. It's got something wrong with it. Anyway, my dear friends had the bracelet sorted out on it and had it serviced. Now, we all know if this went into a Rolex AD or Rolex repair shop, they would repair the whole watch. So the crown, they would never leave it like that, and the bezel they would fix. They would all do it with new parts, so it wouldn't be an original watch. My friend, he loves the originalness, and he loves how much character that this watch has. So he left it. So where he went was he went to Timpson, who have a certified Rolex servicing centre. I highly recommend. I get all my watches done there as well, but I told my friend, I said you should go there. Keeps perfect time, this watch. The cool thing about this watch, which I thought was really cool, wrong way around, is the clasp. Now, if you're a Rolex enthusiast, Rolex collector, you will know that this clasp is not original to this Rolex Submariner in the 90s. So something happened to the bracelet. It's gone missing. I believe he's misplaced it or something like that. Anyway, he's had the bracelet redone, new one fitted onto the watch. The clasp though, as I said, this is a 1993 watch. He received the watch in 1995. He wore it for about 10 years. The clasp, something happened to it. I believe he something happened. He scratched it. As you can see, it's got multiple scratches, but he scratched it, took it into Rolex to get it polished, and I don't know what happened. He ended up coming out with a new clasp. I think he just decided a new clasp was going to be right for him. Now, this clasp, I'm not sure if many of you know this, but in 1997, the first ever Rolex Daytona chronograph was released. Now, you guys are probably going, hang on, the 1960s Paul Newman Daytona. Now, in early 1997, Rolex decided to call and name the Rolex chronograph as a Daytona. That's what it was classed as in 1997. In 1960 and 1970s, they were classed as chronographs, Rolex chronographs. So this is the first ever clasp for a Daytona, like one of these with the red writing on the dial. So this is 1997 clasp on a 1993 watch. I think it does go. A lot of people do think that's the wrong clasp on it, and they do point it out to my dear friend, but once he tells them, then they understand. But I think that's got so much character to the watch. It gives it a really cool quirk to it. So that's a 1993 Rolex. Yeah, lovely watch that. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to this, a Rolex Daytona. Okay. So we have, I believe this is either a 2019 or a 2020. I think it's 2020, honestly. It's a Rolex two-tone Daytona, white dial. This is, I think this is just beautiful. This again is a tall watch, but this looks good underneath a nice shirt. When you dress up a little bit, have a nice shirt with it. This slips very nicely with that thin case and that very lovely thin crisp. Beautiful watch. Again, very high polish on it. This is brand new. So my friend bought this a year ago, and you can tell it's not got a lot. He uses this for weddings and all those fancy events. What a beautiful watch. You can tell that the chrono is on. I quite like it when they're on, honestly. I don't like it when they're in the 60-second, the 12 o'clock position. I like them moving. I like a watch that's got a little bit of movability on that. So that's pretty cool. Yes, so beautiful watch, absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's move on. Put you on top. Okay, so right here I have so this watch is actually a lovely, very nice piece. It's actually quite upsetting though what's happened to it. You can see the crystal has had a bad bash there, and there's glass all within the case. This needs to get sorted out big time. 2013 Rolex Sea Dweller James Cameron. Now, the Rolex Sea Dweller, one of the most iconic watches in the 20th century. In the early 20th century, the Rolex Sea Dweller had a very thin case, exactly like the Rolex Submariner case. I believe it was a 40mm, 41, I think it was a 41mm case with a 4mm case thickness. This is about 6 millimeters, maybe 6.5, with the airlock pusher, I believe. But yeah, this is a very chunky watch, even with that big case. This is a cool watch. This is a really cool watch. But then again, look at it. It's been quite bashed about. But that is really cool. Lovely watch. He wore this a lot, swimming and all that. And then that's happened. He's gonna have to get that replaced. He's told me he's gonna get that replaced. Okay, let's move on. Oh yeah, sorry. The James Cameron watch is known for that dial. As you can see, it goes deep black and then to a lovely lighter blue. That's obviously pointing out the sea, how we get into the The deeper you go, the blacker it gets, the pitch black, and that is such a cool watch. Can you see that in the light? There we go. That beautiful blue, beautiful watch, absolutely beautiful. Needs to get that fixed. Okay, this is one of my faves. I'm gonna try and get myself one of these. Okay, this is a 2020 Rolex Submariner two-tone bluesy. This is what I class as a real luxury dressy watch. The Daytona does it, but there's something about that blue dial with that thin case and that beautiful clasp. It does it for me, this watch does. It is quite a weighty watch. Being 18 karat gold, that is quite a weighty watch. Most people don't know this about watches, but watches are made, if they're gold, they'll either be made from 9 karat to 14 up to 18 karat gold. You cannot get any watch made out of 24 karat gold, and the reason for that is because it's too weak. You could just about touch it and it will bend. It is too weak. It's not strong enough to put up with that wear and tear. This 18 karat gold bracelet, this is going to last. Any 18 karat gold jewelry is, I think, the best. It's not too yellow and it's strong. It does the job, and beautiful watch, absolutely beautiful. So, lovely watch that is. Yes, I believe in a bit we'll go through values of the watches. Okay, let's start off with, let's have a look at this one. This one he bought for his wife, I believe. This is a 2016 Rolex Datejust, black dial, which is very sought after, especially with that Roman numeral dial. Two-tone Datejust, beautiful. This is classy, this is elegant. It's a 36mm, so it goes on a man, it can go on a woman. Beautiful watch, absolutely beautiful. But what I love mostly about it is, if you see the date wheel, it's really caramelized. I don't know what's happened there, but really caramelized, and I think that looks lovely, really lovely. I think I said that this is a 2017 or 2016. This isn't a 2017. It's a 2008 Rolex Datejust. The black dial's quite rare, actually. You might come across a white dial, Roman numeral two-tone. They're not too crazy. Still a beautiful watch, but the black dial, wow, what a watch! What a beautiful watch! What a beautiful watch! Lovely. Okay. Ooh, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this Cartier. I'll tell you what, we'll leave the Cartier there. We'll leave that one there. I have some more watches. This is one of his latest purchases. We have a 2022 Rolex Datejust 41mm black dial. I'm not going to take out the packaging. This is completely brand spanking new. I'll take it out this one. I'm not going to take it out the other one. That's up to him. I think he's going to resell this one. But this is absolutely brand new in the packaging. We've put it in this packaging. Don't want to keep carrying it around in that box of it. Quite a big box. So beautiful watch that is. Oh my god. Okay, let's have a look at this one. This one's pretty cool. Another Rolex. This is got box. This watch came up pretty recently, and yeah, this is pretty insane. This is, oh my bad, is a Rolex Submariner Tiffany dial. This is insane. He's just had it highly polished and all that, in the original box as well. The pillow actually says Tiffany underneath. Yeah, oh, see the clasp, all period correct, it's quite highly scratched on the clasp. Tiffany & Co. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. That's it. What a beautiful watch that is, isn't it? Tiffany & Co. Beautiful watch, absolutely beautiful. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on a dear friend of mine's beloved Rolex collection. Yes, I think there's some really cool pieces in there, some vintage and some modern. Really gets that good feel, and yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, Lifestyle of Watches subscribers. I will be posting some more during the week of some videos, maybe some close-ups of these watches. My dear friend has got some nice vintage pieces. Oh yeah, guys, please comment. I have got my hands on a Omega swatch, moon swatch, the Jupiter. If you'd like a review on that, please do comment or like the video, and I will know for sure that you guys want that. I've got quite a few new customers' watches as well, some vintage pieces which are pretty cool. Please comment if you'd like to see some vintage pieces, and yes, thank you very much, and enjoy your evening.